Today is Sunday, and so what we're going to do today is a flip through of August in my second faith planner, and I'll show you a peek of September, at least how I've decorated it. I'm a little behind on my September study, and I'm not going to go through it, but let's peek at the decorations anyway. So please, planner friends and faith friends, stay tuned. Hello planner friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm One Crafty Dolo, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Thank you for taking your valuable time and spending it with me. So on Sundays, it's all about Jesus, Bible, faith studies, Bible journaling, and I always have a mug of tea over here, which is almost done. I'll have to refill soon. So today I want to talk about my second faith study a little bit, and to show you what I'm doing in it, and to show you I'm behind. By the time I upload this, I'll have caught up, but I'm a little bit behind in September. So I just want to go through this and show you all the things. If you're new, you're welcome to subscribe and tap the notification bell. If you're returning, if you're a subscriber, thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you mostly for sharing this walk with me. This is a huge thing. Okay, so I picked this one up last year, and I've been in this since April. I was doing a daily prayerful planner faith study as my second study. I picked that up last September. And then the daily, it was so large, I was having a hard time keeping up with it. So I thought I could delve into here and use this. I wasn't using it, and I'm so glad I did. I love butterflies. They're kind of a motif for me. Okay, I brought you up a little bit. So let me just show you real quick. This is the study I've been using in here. Too Blessed to Be Stressed. I found this at Hobby Lobby on sale at one point, and I think it was like $2.99. It was ridiculously inexpensive. I'll be honest with you. Is this my favorite study? I'll give it a B-, maybe. It's short and it's sweet. So if you're really pressed for time, then you would give it an A. But I'm in a season, and I don't know. This happened to me last September. I have my other faith study. I'll link below. I've switched it recently and gone really into a meaty study. So the question is, why in September do I always want to change things up? And I think having been in school and working in academia, this just is a time where I really like to really dig my heels in. So let me show you what I did for August. I haven't moved it yet because I wanted to film this. So I've been using up whatever old faith sticker packs I have. I don't really like the large sticker books anymore. I prefer something like, let me grab one of these. I have a bunch of these on my desk. The Carpe Diem tablets, first off, I can usually get them on sale for a little over $3, and it's just the right amount. They're not huge. They're really not redundant, which is important to me. When I picked up a paper pack, let's try this again. My story collection from scrapbook.com, from Simple Stories. I've been using these too. You can see I used so many of those washi strips and so forth. Yeah, these are great, but the large Happy Planner books, too much. And there's a lot of, these are huge, and I am using them, but yeah. There's my little cat saying hello. So here we go in the first week. I also went back and I used my highlighters because what I want to do is, honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I'll try. I'd like to get through this book and start anew in January. So in order to do that, I'm actually condensing it more. So we start with Ephesians 5:20, give thanks for everything to God the Father in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. And I always like the hashtag attitude of gratitude. So that's, and the world says be more productive, earn more, buy more, show and herald your status to others. And this is to say no, daily time with God and Jesus instead, in prayer, in gratitude, in kindness, in humility, grace, fidelity, Bible study. I really think those set the tone for me. I'm sorry, my baby needs attention. 7 or 8 pounds a cat, and she's demanding. She's making her joyful noise is what I should, I need to rethink it. Hebrews 12. I love the book of Hebrews. I'd love to do an in-depth study on Hebrews 12, 1, 2. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. And let us run with endurance the race God has set before us. We do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. And I love that one. And I really like the color scheme I created in here. And then we come over to Proverbs, and that's 15:18. Losing your temper causes a lot of trouble, but staying calm settles arguments. And why do we argue and get upset? I really fleshed that one out. I'll be honest with you. This is a good verse for dealing with people who you just, they work your last good nerve. Let's be honest. We all have people we know that just work our last good nerve. Turn to Proverbs 15:18 to remind you. And you know what I did? I liked this one so much. I took a picture of it and saved it in my phone notes. So when I'm on the go and I'm dealing with whatever, I felt like I needed that. I needed that. And it reminds me as I'm going through the world here. Psalm 37, 7 through 8. Be patient and trust the Lord. Don't let it bother you when all goes well for those who do sinful things, right? And that's true. Don't be angry or furious. Anger can lead to sin. So harboring resentment only hurts us. And again, I used up stickers. I inked. I did a little bit of stamping in here. I do a variety in terms of my decorating. And here we have 1 John 5:3. This is love for God, to keep his commandments, and his commandments are not burdensome. And that's a good reminder, because we do tend to think, how can I walk the walk? What am I doing? And I felt that verse, and the idea of disobedience kind of ties in with that. And then we come to Matthew 14:30, 31. He was terrified and began to, sink, saying, "Save me, Lord." He shouted. Jesus immediately reached out and grabbed him. Jesus said, "Why did you doubt me?" And again, this idea of fear and doubt, which really did do me well to read, because I've been a little bit more anxious. I've had an uptick of anxiety. Part of it was I had some work stuff, and I was so bloody exhausted. And when I get exhausted, it's different. The way my system is, I just crashed and I didn't feel great. And so those are the times when the anxiety and fear will strike, that when you're weak. Then we come over here to Isaiah 46:9. Remember the former things, those of long ago. I am God, and there is no other. I am God, and there is none like me. And I love Isaiah. I'm glad a lot of these studies come back to Isaiah again and again. Quite frankly, I need to be better and brush up more on Isaiah, but I'm learning more as I go through these. And then finally, 2 Timothy 1, verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline. And these all tied together so well. So basically, it was 4 days that I used from here in this week, because they all tied in. And you can see I really dug in with my ink, and I really had fun. And I've been playing with these markers I got, these brush tip markers. I don't do calligraphy, but I'm having fun nonetheless. And here I also put in for Psalm 34:19, the righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. And this ties in with our idea of anxiety, grief, anticipatory grief, which is something I know I have dealt with in my own life. If you're not familiar with anticipatory grief, look it up. It's real, and it's hard to push it away and not dwell in it. You're mind is anxious and trying to prepare you for bad things. But the truth of the matter is we have to find our solace in Jesus and know God's got us and the person we're worrying about. Not easy though. Not easy. And it's okay to feel grief. It's okay to be anticipatory grief. But when it becomes such a weight that it's like a medicine ball laying on you, that's where it gets hard. James 8:36, if the Son makes you free, you will be free indeed. I like that one too. We come back to Isaiah 55:8-9. The Lord says, my thoughts and my ways are not like yours. Just as the heavens are higher than the earth, my thoughts and ways are higher than yours. And in the body of what she wrote, she added this passage in from Deuteronomy 29:29, the secret things belong to the Lord our God. And I wrote, I really need to internalize the verses on these 2 pages. And how fear equals the enemy, anxiety equals the enemy. Catastrophic thoughts. I don't know if any of you suffer from that. That's been a thing this past year. I've had some along the way, but catastrophic thinking, again, the enemy. What, the worst case scenario. Oh my God. And that's a hard place to be. So put on the armor of God and carry the mantle of Jesus, I reminded myself. And then this was the final spread for August. I got to be honest with you. I loved this one. And there's the cat. I loved the washi, which is from Simply Gilded, the colors and the stickers. It just came together. 1 Samuel 16:7. I'm not well versed in the book of Samuel at all. I should be, but I'm working on it. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Then we go down to a favorite, Proverbs 31:30. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeing, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. All right, very important verse there. 1 Peter 3:3-4. Don't be concerned about the outward beauty. And then I condensed it. Clothe yourselves instead with the beauty that comes from within. And so this idea, this is the work of the enemy, back again, saying, the world wants you to do X, Y, and Z. Okay, so now I am behind in September, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So let me show you quickly. I never use the monthly in my faith. I've got the first week of September done, and just some stickers that came with this planner actually, and some inking and a few stamps. I used some Simply Gilded washi here. These stickers came with this planner, so I decided to use some of them. And I know that's gold and these are rose gold, but I just thought it looked so nice. And then boom, fall, autumn is here. And I love this spread. I ended up using the this book I showed you, the My Story book, mainly for the colorways. And I thought this kind of looked, I really dug into my ink here. This is a Simple Stories washi. This is also a Simple Stories washi. And then I dug into one of my Carpe Diem sticker books. So I have to get a little caught up for September, but that's where we are. Incidentally, I did place an order. They have a factory sale going on at the Daily Grace Co. So I ordered 2 new studies, and so we'll see when I decide to implement them. But as I said, if not sooner, but I'd like to get through this and then maybe dig into something a little deeper. And I'm already thinking about my faith planner situation for next year. I am going to stay in an A5 binder. In fact, I bought a new binder. I can link that below. At a steal. And now that we're in autumn, all the things are releasing. The Happy Planners released a new faith planner system. You have different, the Prayerful Planner came out with their Bloom, Hobonichi, Erin Condren, and that'll be another video, I think. But in the meantime, I have a few ideas for next year, and I'm very proud of this. Much of it involves using items I have. So I think that would be really helpful. Anyway, thank you for being here, friends. Have a blessed day of faith. Have a blessed week of faith and joy and love and sharing in the word. And one more thing, if you're struggling, if you're like me and sometimes anxiety is the beast, just know that we're in this together and you are not alone. Thanks so much, planner friends. Have a blessed week. Bye.